Qatari humanitarian organization, provides supplemental food to Syrians. For the holy month of Ramadan that started on April 23, 2020, the Qatar Red Crescent Society, or QRCS, delivered about 200 metric tons of dates to internally displaced people in northern Syria as a gift from the state of Qatar. QRCS representatives traveled to the governorates of Idlib and Aleppo to visit camps and communities where about 110,000 families are living. To limit the risk of coronavirus infection, workers visited tents one by one to distribute the fruits. Food baskets were also given during Ramadan to 36,425 disadvantaged individuals within Syria, plus additional baskets going to more than 16,800 Syrian refugees in Lebanon and Jordan. QRCS is a Shining World Compassion Award laureate. Our sincere gratitude to Qatar, Qatar Red Crescent Society, and all supporters of this noble effort. May the historic people of Syria be blessed with security and bright futures in Allah's immeasurable kindness.
Germany contributes extra financial assistance to Nigeria. The German diplomatic missions in Nigeria announced that 5.5 million euros will be added to the United Nations Nigeria Humanitarian Fund, or NHF, in support of ongoing efforts to guard the public against COVID-19. The funds are needed in the states of Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe to drill more wells, build more sanitation facilities, and provide additional housing for vulnerable persons. Over the past 3 years, the NHF has received a total of 29 million euros from the government of Germany, which is a Shining World Leadership Award for Compassion Laureate and a Shining World Caring Leadership Award Laureate. Our loving appreciation, Germany, United Nations, and the Nigerian government for working together to ensure the well-being of populations in need.
Government agencies promote hydrogen innovations in Australia. Approximately $200 million have been set aside in a special fund managed by the Clean Energy Finance Corporation, or CEFC, for finding ways to reduce the cost of producing hydrogen and making it competitive with other sources of energy. The CEFC, in coordination with the Australian Renewable Energy Agency, seeks to grow a viable hydrogen industry by 2030 that will create jobs and economic growth for the future. Inexpensive renewable power is seen as the most likely solution for shrinking the nation's carbon footprint and enhancing its energy security. Australia is a Shining World Leadership Award for Compassion recipient and a Shining World Leadership Award for Health Guardian and High Moral Value laureate. Way to go, Australian governments and agencies, for your forward-thinking pursuit of sustainability in the loving guidance of the Providence. May your success be inevitable.
Vitamin D linked with stronger immune systems. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, researchers in several countries have found that critical cases are more likely in people with low levels of the sunshine vitamin. Although our skin produces vitamin D in response to sunlight, most of us do not spend enough time outdoors and need to get the nutrient from supplements. Doctors generally recommend 600 international units or IUs daily for adults, while those over 70 are prescribed 800 IUs. Some patients may benefit from even higher doses based on blood tests and professional advice. Consumers should be aware that not all vitamin D is the same and are advised to read labels carefully. While vitamin D2 is always suitable for vegans, vitamin D3 sometimes comes from an animal source. Many thanks medical researchers for your important discovery. May all of God's children on earth be blessed with health and longevity.
Vegan restaurant owner shares food and love with community. Vincent DePaul started his gangster vegan organics restaurant chain, wanting not only to serve healthy organic food, but to also spread compassion and kindness. When Pennsylvania, USA went on lockdown due to the coronavirus pandemic, Mr. DePaul had to close 3 of his 4 restaurants. But he was inspired to deliver free vegan meals and bags of fresh produce to neighborhoods in the Philadelphia area at least once a week. He calls it his Feed the Block campaign and uses social media to announce the distributions. Commenting on the initiative, Mr. DePaul said, "God told me to be of service. Not everyone is privileged to have access to food in my community. Our heartfelt applause, Vincent DePaul, for being a divine instrument and serving your fellow citizens. May good deeds like yours usher in a new era of benevolence and peace."
Supreme Master Shanghai thankfully present the Shining World Compassion Award to Vincent DePaul and $10,000 in loving support of your vegan efforts with much love and gratitude. May God bless and protect you, all involved, and the people you serve in heaven's mercy and light.
KFC China promotion sells out in 1 hour. The fast food company trialed vegan chicken nuggets produced by United States-based Cargill Inc. in 3 cities at the end of April 2020. For the Shanghai location, more than 7,000 pre-sale coupons were purchased on KFC's app within 60 minutes. The response from customers was so overwhelming that Cargill plans to launch a range of plant-based products in China under its new Plant Ever brand. The free-from-meat items will be available to the public online and in stores throughout the country and will be distributed to the food service industry as well. Congratulations, KFC China and Cargill, on ramping up your animal-free options to meet the burgeoning demand. May the wise people of China lead by example and accelerate the global transition to compassionate eating in Buddha's grace.
Delightful animals elicit smiles from people in rehabilitation. Helen Woodward Animal Center in California, USA, usually sends smaller animals, like dogs and rabbits, to hospitals and nursing homes as part of its Pet Encounter Therapy, or PET program. But during the coronavirus lockdown at the end of April 2020, the no-kill shelter dispatched 2 alpacas, Kronk and Cusco, to the rehabilitation center, Boulder Creek Post-Acute. Residents were delighted to see the endearing woolly visitors outside their windows. Pet manager Robin Cohen says of the loving outreach, "In the many years I have worked with this program, I have seen the unique gifts each animal can bring to this type of therapy. God bless you, Kronk and Cusco, and our heart's gratefulness to Robin Cohen and the other caregivers at Helen Woodward Animal Center. We pray in heaven's kindness for humanity to fully appreciate the unconditional love and blessings that animals bring to earth.